You know, I can hear the belly aching now. Oh my God. Cashmagnet Guru's got that page with the stupid bees up on it again. He's going to do another video? Are you kidding me? Another video of Honeygain. Isn't he sick of talking about Honeygain? You know, yesterday I had some bad earnings on Honeygain. Wasn't too impressed with them. That was yesterday. Yesterday I didn't do well. Today, bam, 16 gigs. What? How can you have 16 gigs when it says like the limit is 15? Well, Cashmagnet Guru did some chatting this morning. So I sent in we've heard that these developers are chatting it up with people, doing a lot of communication. So yesterday, I have my 13 IP addresses. They have some confusing info on IP addresses in their frequently asked questions. So, of course, I didn't want to get banned, so I figured I better, before I go hog wild with my IPs, I better ask them some questions. So, and then today, I had some login issues. So the guy, actually, while I was having login issues, the guy got a hold of me. And he gave me permission. Well, after the conversation, he gave me permission to grab some screenshots. And here's some excerpts from it. So I was confused on the 1.5. That's supposed to be 15 gigabytes a day, which is, I was thinking $1.50 a day. So I was asking what the daily limits are. No, we have no daily limits. Holy smokes, what? What do you mean no daily limits? Are you kidding me? And then we talked about my login issue. But the no daily limits, that blew my mind. How can you not have any limits on this? Well, that's where the rest of the conversation kind of goes. So I talked about my login a little bit, and then I said no daily limits, really? No. Although the traffic may vary based on your device model, connection type, and your location. I don't really know exactly what the location is, because I asked them later, and I didn't actually screenshot that, but my brothers and sisters over in Europe who are part of the phone farming community are going to rejoice, because you're going to be able to use this app. Gotta love that. You guys have been really crapped on by Cashmagnet and Perk and whatever apps out there, but now you finally get an app that's gonna pay. The device model, I'm going to put a lot of that into 2.4 gigahertz phones. I don't think they're, and these crappy Rebel ones that I've been kind of screwing around with on this. Those that 2.4 gigahertz band, that's gonna get a little plugged. If you try to run, a number of phones on it, I don't think it's, plus you get the bad phones that have the poor processors, so forth. Your connection, people with under like 20 megabytes a second, you might struggle with it. Most people probably have, well, I shouldn't say most people, quite a few people probably have over 50 gigs. I have 200, so I'm gonna be just fine. Knock on wood. So I talked to him about that I have the 13 IPs and all the phones. Okay, this might be some sort of an edge case. We don't have many users with that many devices, but we will have to check. This is unusual behavior for sure. Our stress test proved you can have over 100 devices and it will be fine. I don't plan on running 100 devices. I don't even plan on running 50. These devices are going to go on my Cashmagnet phones because I haven't had any issues. I might not. I might only put a couple of them on my Majesty Pros. They're not a bad phone, but those 1.1 gigahertz processors just they don't always do so well. So I do have some phones coming this weekend, hopefully. Knock on wood again. Hopefully Friday and Saturday, and not Monday and Tuesday. So I do plan on getting some devices all up on my IPs. Now, how many? Well, having 4 devices per IP at all times would be a little too much. The devices start to compete with each other, which consequently can reduce your overall traffic per IP. And I get that part, definitely so. And I'll show you. I'll show you a little bit on that here in a bit. And the login glitch stuff, I've had that little off and on, just people just slamming that site, slamming it. They had 50,000 people in 4 days get on. That's pretty huge for an app that nobody knows about for the most part, or didn't know anything about until like 4 days ago. Well, for the average user, which doesn't fit the demographic that probably listens to me prattle on half the time, has devices moving in and out of a household, we suggest 2 stationary devices, a tablet and a PC. I didn't know it could run on a tablet, and I absolutely did not know it could run on a PC. And a personal phone. So, on average, 2 devices on a network with a third occasionally. Now, what I would suggest for somebody that's going to be running, the phones that are 2.4 gigahertz, the crappy $10 phones, I personally would suggest trying 4. See, what your earnings are, or start out with 3. You're gonna have to play around, try to find that sweet spot. I'll show you this now. And I asked him, and I made sure that I could do his screenshot his conversation. So what of course me, I think you guys all know me by now that I don't do things small. It's, go big or go home, they say. So I did this couple days ago. And what I did was, so I put these on my Cashmagnet phones, and these are all Aristo 2s. So I dropped, this is 1 IP, the first 4. And those are pretty stable numbers, for what I had yesterday. Second 4, this one, I don't know what's going on with that one. This one was on another, just a solitary network on just 1 phone, and I had no idea that it was dead. Or maybe I just completely ignored it and didn't care. But it's kind of really caught up. which I'm surprised. So what I'm probably gonna do is 12 of my 13 networks have 5 gigahertz phones on them. What I plan on doing is dropping 3 phones on some, 2 phones on a couple of others. I'll probably go just to one of my networks. They all have it's all Majesty Pro's 2.4 gigahertz network. And see what I can do. Play with these earnings. I don't know what I'm going to earn. I'm kind of excited to see. I don't know. 10, 15 bucks maybe. Can I get that much? I don't know. $10. I'd probably spank my butt if I got $10 a day off these guys for letting them use my Wi-Fi. All right. Well, I gotta get my Heine to work. I should have been working hours ago. But I decided to play around instead. I'll work all day and all night instead. So be sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And you all better have a fantastic Tuesday. This is Cashmagnet Guru. I will catch you soon. See yas.